Today is Wednesday, Parashat Nitzavim. We'll speak about some more ideas from the parasha. The pasuk says, "Velo ittechem levadechem, anochi koret et haberit hazot." It's not only with you that I'm making this covenant. Ki et asher yeshno po imanu omed hayom. Those who are standing with us today, that was at the time of Moshe when they were in the desert. Ve'et asher enenu po imanu hayom, and even those who are not with us today. In other words, the covenant that Hashem made with the Jewish people is an eternal covenant. It's not just for those who were present at Har Sinai physically, but even every generation that will come afterwards to the end of days are included in that covenant between Hashem and Am Yisrael. There's a midrash that says that all the souls of every generation, of every single Jew, was there at Har Sinai and participated in that covenant. But not just those who were born Jewish. The pasuk says, "Et asher enenu po imanu hayom," those who are not with us today. Some Mefarshim explain that even those people who will convert to Judaism over time, and I'm speaking here about genuine conversions done according to Orthodox halakha, even those people are included also in this covenant, and according to this midrash, their souls also, as they became Jewish, in whatever generations, their souls were also there and made the commitment. So this is an eternal commitment, a covenant that we have between us and Hashem that will last until the end of days. And is there forever, it's eternal. It's another mitzvah that is mentioned in the parasha of this week, which is the mitzvah of Teshuvah. It says, "Veshavta ad Hashem Elokecha," you come back all the way to Hashem. And Hachamim point out the word ad, which means up, all the way until Hashem. When a person does Teshuvah, he should not think that he is still far from Hashem. That Teshuvah brings him all the way to Kisei HaKavod, to the throne of glory of Hashem, Hachamim tell us. And in some way, a person who has sinned and done Teshuvah is considered, in a way, even at a greater level. Hachamim tell us, Makom sheba'alei teshuvah omdim, a place where the people who did Teshuvah stand, is even higher than the level of the righteous who have done no sin. And how are we to understand this? A person never sinned. Why should he not be at a higher level than a person who sinned and made Teshuvah? And to illustrate a point, there is a story that is brought by Hachamim about a king who had a very, very special type of wine. A wine that was so tasty and so good, and he wanted to put to test some of his subjects. So he had 3 subjects come to the palace, and he each gave them a bottle of wine, of that very special wine, sealed, and he told them he's going to be with them for 24 hours, and when they come back, he wants to make sure that they did not taste from that wine, that they were able to control themselves and not stumble and drink from the wine. They came back after 24 hours. One guy brought an empty bottle. After he tasted the first drop, he just could not control himself. And he went all the way to the end of the bottle, and such a person was kicked out of the palace and he was punished. The other second person had the bottle of wine totally intact, complete. The seal was not broken, and he got a nice gift from the king. Maybe it was $10,000, maybe it was $100,000, but it was a nice gift for having the self-control not to drink from that bottle. The third person brought the bottle. It seemed like it was full, but on inspection, you could see that it was tampered with, and somehow he was able to put the seal back on, but obviously some of the wine was drunk. The guy had drunk some of the wine because he was missing some of the wine at the top of the bottle. And the king gave him a double portion of a gift. If the first guy got 10,000, or the second guy who didn't drink at all got 10 or 100,000, this guy got 20,000, maybe 200,000. And the king was very, very appreciative of what he did. And he showed it by the gift that he gave him. After he left, the advisors of the king asked, how come the one who didn't taste at all, he fulfilled your request? You gave him less than the one who tasted. And the king answered them, if this guy who tasted from the wine was able to control himself and not to continue drinking, he has greater merit than the guy who didn't taste at all. And that's how we illustrate a person who did Teshuvah. There are many subjects that a person could have tasted and have a kind of a pleasure in or enjoyed, whatever it was. But if it was against the commandments of Hashem, even though there was pleasure involved, if he was able to control himself and to overcome the temptation, he has greater merit than the one who never tasted that temptation. And this is about Ba'alei Teshuvah, as it's one of the mitzvot in the parasha of this week, Veshavta ad Hashem Elokecha. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.